All right. That was some stuff I talked about at that weird show we did last week at that freaky Chris Hardwick cult meeting that we went to. In the middle of
we met out in the woods, and 90% of the crowd was dressed as stormtroopers or Meeseeks. It was pretty wild.
I'll go wherever Hardwick tells me to go. It's called the patriarchy. Look it up. Like he's a hard wick. I would go if he was a soft wick. I would listen to him 10% less. And if he had no wick at all, nope, can't be president. Not funny. Okay. Too true. Okay. Just a little. Let's start it out as simple wordplay, and penis jokes turned into a negatively resonant leitmotif for the ladies and the men that support them. It wasn't like there was a bunch of guys going, "Ha ha ha! Women can't be president." We got a lot of enlightened people here. I'm sorry I hurt you. You're probably very excited then about that. The fact that the 25th Amendment is now going to be invoked because he tweeted a meme with a CNN thing on it.
Oh yeah.
We're all just so like fucking. We're like, no, it's not. What are you talking? Just stop. I think this was like the big turning point. Like I saw people on Twitter being like, even saying to guys I really like Keith Olbermann and stuff, that were just going like Keith Olbermann going, look, this is it. They tweeted a meme with a CNN and there's a wrestler hitting him, and we must now, for the 700th time, we must do something about this man. And then just like a couple people tweeting like, this is just a sideshow now. Like, I don't even want to do this anymore. Like this thing where we pretend like you can stop the Antichrist. Like it's not. Let's just enjoy it. It's biblical. Let's just enjoy it.
I think, and it's not a cheery thought, but I was thinking today when I had the same reaction to that. It's like we're gonna look back fondly on today, like on these days, because he's not a professional tyrant. The next president is going to be worse than him. He's a clown. It's going to get worse. We're not going to go like, oh, this is the Dark Ages, and we're going to have an awesome president next time. It's going to get sadder and worse. But the next people are going to be pros, not winging it and not being, like just crappy, WWF characters,
Well, it's like this monkey got loose on the Paramount lot, and like everyone's chasing it and going, "Get back here, Bobo!" But Bobo like is running into sound stages and like turning on cameras and putting on a hat and like getting a 2-point rating, and so everyone chasing him or cheering him on is all going, "Ha, that crazy monkey! Shit, you can do that."
Yeah.
Like it's like the monkey doesn't even know what it's doing. Like it's running into edit bays and like pressing buttons that make just like champagne and Coke come out on a big sliding wall that was hidden from the Robert Evans era, and like everyone's like, okay, noted there too. So if you have more than a 90 IQ plus choose fascism, you could really get some shit done in this country. Whereas he's just going like, I got lonely. So and like he went throughout his life like he was the son of a fucking slumlord with a trust fund. He blew through it. And then one day he was a Democrat, and he tried to get rich people to like him, and rich people were like, "You're tacky, you're gross, like you're creepy. I heard you fucked a 13-year-old. Get out of here." And he's like, "Duh, those are allegations." And like it means it's I don't have those allegations against me. I don't want the system to work that way, but I just think that you shouldn't have 13-year-olds accusing you of fucking them. All right, so just Google it and like let's figure it out. I don't know if he had like a preteen model agency. Like who has that? But he was like, so he's like doing high society and like, hey, I'm a big rich guy, and I want to hang out with the Baldwins and the things and they're he was just kind of a joke, and then he's just like getting older and older, and then he's like, well, so who in this world that's left like would ever just give me what Howard Stern was giving me, what the television show was giving me, or other thing, and it's like. The P.T. Barnum like devil character from Needful Things was like, well, I got the bin over here. Just hillbilly Nazis would love you. Are you sure about that? That doesn't seem like a big fit to me.
It sounds like a great sitcom.
No, they're pretty easy. Here, put on this trucker cap and just start saying I'm tired of brown people. Like it'll catch on. Believe me, we're rife for it. And he's like, okay, I'll try it, and it fucking worked, and I want to kill myself. All right. But yeah, I was just thinking, it's like the people are like, oh, look at it. This is it. This is a deal breaker with the wrestling thing that he tweeted. But it was like so sad when people are like, because it's violent imagery. Is he promoting violence against journalists? Like, well, don't play into that fucking...
He's promoting violence against good Photoshop or After Effects. That was pretty crude.
Yeah, and the guy that did it, and then everyone is like, well, look at the last thing this guy did, and it's like some Nazi shit about how everyone in CNN's a Jew or whatever. And I agree. I agree with him on that one. You agree that everyone at CNN's a Jew?
I'm just kidding.
But according to his chart, I mean, if you only go by that, I don't have any other data. It seemed like it was scientific. But it was like decrying that. I feel like it was like, actually, didn't you kind of feel like when he does something crazy, then it's like you kind of feel like, I don't know, what am I measuring it by? But it's just kind of like the Twitter zeitgeist. Like I feel like you see a little spike in people going like, all right, come on, man, knock it off. Get off Twitter. Like people that voted for him going like, come on, you're embarrassing me, But then the more that we go, that's right, he's embarrassing you. And technically he's in violation of political correctness because that's actual racism if you look it up. And then the person that was like, you're embarrassing me, goes, oh yeah, I remember why I voted for you. Because I feel stupid and barbaric and I'm tired of feeling that way. So instead of improving myself, I pulled a lever that, said I could put that off for 4 years. But that's us too. We're all lazy. None of us are out there doing fucking mental crunches, like trying to figure out how to be good people. I've only gotten to the point where I'm just like, oh, I was wrong about everything my entire life. That's possible even when you're a genius. So what hope do we have for morons? How are they going to flip? Like, what are we going to, is there going to be an obelisk outside of fucking trailer park and like everyone that caused this problem is going to hear this high-pitched whine and touch it and then throw a fucking spray paint can in the air that turns into a job at a solar panel factory?
I want you to never stop this metaphor. I want this to go on for the rest of the show. I want that to be a scene in a Kubrick movie.
I mean, what do we think we're going to do? We're waiting. We're in a civil war culturally. And believe me, there's just as many dumb people on both sides. And laziness and adds to dumbness. It's at this point we're at this impasse or something. And impasses don't just sit there. We used to think we were at an impasse, but what we were really in was the reign of the bipartisan system, which I used to sit there and scoff at. But we didn't know how good we had it. And it was oh, I want my corruption back. I want my bureaucracy back. I want my fucking transparent collusion between two corporations that just rig debates and fucking just hang out back. And it's okay, so that system wasn't working for other people, so I'm guilty of these crimes, right? But then again, I didn't inherit my fucking money. I worked for it. And see, okay, now I sound Republican. What?
All right, hit pause, hold up. Somebody, one of our fans, go online, make that a remix.
Whistle tip, go woo, 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 woo.
But that was like the EDM kind of
thing. Well, it's not an impasse. That's the thing. Okay, so here's why. You kids, when grandpa that made Rick and Morty, and it's such a bummer. Why is he such a cuck? What are you doing? Why are you talking about politics? Why you make this great cartoon that it speaks to the very heart of my alt-right or Bernie Crat or Hillary loving or Trump loving ass? Yeah, because I'm a genius, and it's called resonant storytelling and timeless character craftsmanship and Justin Roiland's coattails, and there's a delicate recipe
also,
that only I know.
A lot of the background art looks like dicks, balls, and vaginas.
But when you're all bummed out, oh, why are you? Oh, you used to be so fun. I'm sure that's not true. First of all, I'm sure. I don't remember, but I don't think I was like a laugh a minute when I was not political. I was probably just gross or something. I was probably just going like, is it me or bananas fitting in your ass wrong or something? That sounds fun. I couldn't riff at a thing. I didn't want to like... But
which end is the wrong end of the banana to put in your ass first, do you think?
The banana is the atheist's worst nightmare. Google it. Like you're all bummed out and you're going like, Dan, what is politics? See, here's why you're doing that. Here's why you're thinking that. And I understand this because you're younger than me, and I'm not implying that when you get older you know more. I'm saying like I've lived longer. So if you've lived longer, so imagine like you're listening to a 10-minute song, okay, and you walk into the room and it's been playing for 8 minutes, but now you're hearing your first minute of it. If the people that have been in that room longer are saying, I think this song is ending, listen to them. They have gotten more of a feel for it. It's not so much like, oh, you're so much smarter, your IQ keeps growing. Saying, this doesn't happen. I think everyone keeps saying that. I'm like, it's like, I know the difference between like, oh, the dangling chads and the abortion arguments and the gays in the military and the Republican Democrat, and just out and out, like, we're having a little bit of a problem here that has really actually nothing to do with what we used to call politics, because that word has, for 44 years, has meant the boring thing, the grown-up thing, the part of the scam, part of the thing. But politics now, it's like actually like, I mean, there's only, once this stops being the case where everyone's like all freaked out, like, it's not, it's gonna be like you're gonna be wearing like jumpsuits and stuff, and we're gonna be like walking in like stainless steel honeycombs, like deep beneath a Mars station, and they're gonna be being. Well, now I'm making it sound cool. We're never going to get to Mars because whoever comes after Trump is going to win by opposing gravity. Like and people are going to be like, yeah, why are you libtards always talking about how there's gravity if you want to get to space? Can't you see how stupid that is? Oh, here's a meme of a gorilla going, I want to go into space. I think I'll say that nothing can go up forever. That's you. Because the world will be an ocean, and they'll be, well, okay, well, we were wrong. Yeah, okay, we were wrong about the polar ice caps, but what is this gravity you're always talking about? I say if you're poor and you want to get into space, just jump. If you believe in yourself, you should be able to fly. Well, technically, no, egghead. You fucking sell out, you traitor. Jew! I know it. I haven't checked my chart yet. But you got that fucking Jurassic Park vibe.
Which character?
Which character?
Goldblum?
Yeah, the Stegosaurus. You better wake up, motherfucker. Did you see that fucking holy shit in a bottle? Did you see that NRA video that was like, whoa, yeah, see, it's over. Like not over, like I mean, you over like school's out. Like they're saying like it's over. Everybody do what you gotta do. So like that's a cue for activists.
That video was like what's playing on a TV in the background in RoboCop 2. Like when you
yeah, so much far beyond that. It was crazy. And here's the craziest thing about that video to me. When those guys, like, when someone goes into a school and shoots like 20 people, and then their response is, well, I'll tell you this much. If the teachers had guns, they would only be 10. Yeah, okay, all right, okay. So everybody should have had a gun. Okay, all right. Well, for a second there, we thought, no, everybody should have a gun. Okay, got it. I get it. There's almost an honesty there. Like, I don't know if they believe it or not, but their message is transparent. They're going, 20 kids got shot. so everyone should have a gun. There is no hidden agenda. That video, they're pretending that they think that because police can't quell disruption enough on their own without causing more of it, that if there's any psychos out there with their ears on, you might want to just start DIYing it. That might actually work. That's the unspoken implication, is like, you should jump in because the government's hands are tied. They're cucked out, man. Like they gotta do these Mirandas and all these things, and then if the minute they poke someone with a stick, if they're wearing a badge, then there's more protest. It's like, it's crazy. So, and then they end it with like, now more than ever, you gotta fucking hit. So it's like they're saying to their base, like, if you're out of your goddamn mind and you pop off, it could be the solution. And they know that that's not true. They know that that person will go to prison, and they know there will be even more disruption and embroilment and civil war and stuff. And they it's almost admirable in its villainy. I mean, they're so committed. Like, I'm pretty sure like they're about 6 months from going, okay, now we've been putting this off for 60 years. We're finally going to like put one foot on each dolphin here, and we're going to start being actively marketing to liberals as well. Because they'll have another video come and go, man, it's open season on you motherfuckers. It's like you can't go to a protest these days without worrying about who's going to shoot you. Am I right?
Well, they already did that. You bought a gun.
They already did it to me. That's called white male fragility, not white male endurance. I'm not going to be the last person to buy a gun. I'm like that little mercury thing that explodes when something gets a little too hot because there's a fire.
But you're like, you haven't even have you shot it yet? Have you taken?
Why would I didn't get it to shoot it. I got it to wait till someone shoots me.
Yeah, but you're gonna get it. Someone's gonna come on your doorstep with a burning pitchfork, and because that's the thing. You think pitchforks are dangerous? When you light the tips of the pitchfork on fire,
my God,
you got a real problem on your hands.
Yeah, I mean, in ancient times, angry mobs needed torches and pitchforks. It was a mess.
Yeah,
and then
it took us why did it take us so long? I think it was Eli Whitney who found out that if you combine fire and the pitchfork,
you get a flaming trident, the ultimate angry mob facilitator.
And if you can combine that with riding 2 dolphins at the same time, you might be the most terrifying individual in mythology.
You're certainly not a redneck, that's for sure.
If you were pitchforks on fire, and you can still ride 2 dolphins.
Riding on 2 dolphins, and the way you express your frustration with the ruling class or a monster is a flaming trident.
You're probably not a redneck.
You're probably not a redneck. You might be like Prince Namor. I don't know.
Yes. You might be from like Mount Olympus.
Yeah. But did you notice that jumped the shark? That invention, angry mobs. They just stopped. You never see the flaming trident used in angry mobbery.
Well, Egypt kind of did it, like the Arab Spring kind of thing. They went full on. Like, this angry mob shit. They went storm the Bastille.
Do they have flaming tridents?
They probably have the modern equivalent of that.
All right. Well, we'll get back to that. Wait, what were we
I'm just saying,
about?
but you're gonna wait until somebody comes up at your place with a weapon to take your dog or something, and then you're gonna pick up your gun like Woody Allen's gonna fly apart because you don't know how to use it. You've never you have to go.
I've already field stripped it and cleaned it and put it back together. What I don't know how to do is get the rockets inside the clippy thing. I can get one in, and then I'm like, really? It's this? You have to push this hard? Isn't it going to shoot? It's going to shoot.
I'm pretty sure you can go on Google and type in how to put rockets in clippy bits, and you'll.
I'm scared to load the magazine because also that's now you're actually loading a gun in your house. I haven't gotten that far yet. I was like, I wonder if I know how to.
It takes some thumb strength to get those. I
gotta get these little bad boys ready for the revolution. Yeah, look, man, I don't know what to tell you. I'm not a role model. I got 2 dogs and a girlfriend, and I live on a big house on a hill with a lot of fresh water in it. I got a gun. I got a hammer in case a nail comes loose.
You've just told however many people listen to our podcast that you don't know how to load it. So it's not really. I don't know what kind of security level you think you're at right now.
I don't know. Maybe I'm all the way past into the world where I'm setting traps.
Have you ever?
Maybe I'm like Jigsaw. Maybe I'm like playing like lame wounded duck or whatever you call
Spencer,
it.
have you fired a weapon before? Have you fired a gun?
I feel like when I was a kid, I fired a gun in a camping trip or something. How much fresh water did you say was in your house, Dan?
Look, you don't need a gun if you want to take my water.
I just want an estimate of how much fresh water you think you have on your property.
I keep forgetting to cancel my Sparklets or my Arrowhead delivery because I go out of town on all these shows all the time. So I have a gigantic pyramid of bottles of water.
So the real fresh water is...
I have all the water.
I felt like I used to have that, but I got these cameras installed because I'm Batman, and now that I got the camera, I swear I thought I saw... Putty chat. I thought I saw. Google it. It's a great. I thought I could swear I saw the Sparklets guy or whatever you call him now, the Nestle mobile oil guy, whatever fucking the Pentagon Ministry of Drinkables, Centaurian, brought a 5-gallon drum of water. And I was watching him on the camera, like Phil Spector, just like playing with my gun and just watching him. Because he had kind of a Cuban vibe. And I swear it was like he came up and then I thought he left with water. He took my water. I think they take it now.
He might take empty ones?
He was like, it was heavy. Like he was like, oh. This water I brought up, I think he took my water. I don't know what happened. I don't know why I should.
Maybe he brought too many. And then I was like, oh, I got to take this back.
I got to remember to call them. I canceled it for I forget how many months. Because I've got 9,000 things of water in my place.
You're not supposed to do Nestle, by the way, if you're interested in your consumer dollars advocating. Because, boy, we're still at that stage. It's not at all like the branches of government are collapsing into a fucking like murder van that's going to drive around. But if it was 1999 and you thought the way you spent your next water dollar would influence the totally fair capitalistic biosphere in the Nestle guy, like he's on record as saying in interviews like, yeah, I don't get it. I don't understand why water is considered a natural resource. That doesn't make any sense. It's a product. Everybody buys it. You need it. You drink it. It's like a candy bar.
They're also like, they're trying to buy up all this water that's like cheap, that's like reservoirs and stuff, and they're getting these crazy deals for it. And they're going to profit off of it. But the water they're buying is so cheap. It's like you could start a Kickstarter and buy the water for like cheaper than them, except, we're not corporations, so we don't have access to these markets. But it's like, we could buy that water that we don't want Nestle to buy from us, but, they won't let us do it. It's fucked up.
Got to put all your money into Arrowhead. They're a Native American tribe that makes their own water out of
the
rain.
Trail of Tears.
Yeah.
They also make salt.
I'm so glad I didn't think of that because I would have said it.
Okay. What is that? Can we hear Sam Elliott's commercial for the fully poisoned?
Hello, I'm Sam Elliott for Arrowhead Water. Our water's salty, and here's a reason why. Andrew Jackson. No.
80% of your body can't be wrong. That's just general water advertising. I don't know. It's not for Trail of Tears. The Trail of Tears was, of course, a horrible thing that would be totally offensive, but
we made it delightful, just
right.
Now.
Well, also the history's written by the winners, and there's not, we're not afraid of the. That's my apology to anyone who is listening. That's like that's a little hurtful. I'm like, I'm sorry. Like,
Also,
like because it's just it shouldn't be a numbers game. Like like what's offensive. It shouldn't be like, oh, that group isn't like gonna million man march us. So or
you recently made a I thought I'd tell a Pootie Tat reference. They don't think you're current. You're a baby boomer. You still you're still allowed.